Hi you guys, happy holidays. It's Sienna Leone. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're coming back, thank you so much for being here. All right, you guys, it is December. It is the holidays. My place is very Christmassy. I just put up my tree. I love the holidays. I am so looking forward to going back to Canada. I do a lot of vlogs on my channel, but I wanted this video to kind of be getting to know me while I put up my Christmas ornaments. I thought it would be fun. So let's do it. I'm gonna say a few facts that maybe you guys don't know or do know about me, but I just want you guys to get to know me a bit more. Anyway, let's dive in here. I love Christmas. I'm gonna show you guys some of my Christmas ornaments too. First fact is, you guys know me by Sienna Leone. I go by my middle name. I've never been called my real name by my parents, but my real name is Carla Sienna Leone. So I don't know, my brother and I have always gone by our middle names. So my brother's real name is Alberto, he goes by Luca. I don't know what the reasoning for it was, but my mom and I actually have the same name. So those are two facts. Most of you know I was born and raised in Vancouver, Canada. I am dual citizen. So my mom is from Arizona. My dad is born in Montreal. Another fact is I am from a fashion family. So my father's family started one of the largest, it was the largest family-owned clothing stores in Canada. So we had the exclusive rights to Prada boutique, Dior boutique, etc. And my grandparents sold that when they were in the business for 30 years, and they sold the business. Also, wait, look, ball. They sold the business when I was just graduating high school to a lady, and now Leone's is no longer in business. It lives on so many memories with so many people. I mean, I could tell you some crazy stories. Like my dad shut down Leone's when Beyonce was pregnant with Blue Ivy, and she came in when she was in Vancouver for a concert. She came into the store, and before anyone knew she was having a baby girl, she shopped at Leone's. I mean, we used to have a wall of just photos of celebrities, you name it. My dad was friends with Johnny Depp because he used to shop at the store. Kanye West would come in, and yeah, it was very, very cool. I wish I had it now at this age, but I am a fashion baby. Fashion does run in my blood. That's why when I was starting Styled Moments, it just kind of made sense. Yeah, I will always be a fashion baby. But it's funny, another fact about me is my mom's family, she is 100% Mexican. Half of my mom's family lives in Mexico City, but my grandparents lived in Texas. My grandparents are ranchers, so we have a huge cattle ranch in Texas. So it was always funny, like growing up, I was like Hannah Montana. I had my dad's family that was in fashion, then my mom's family that were in the rancher life. So I would go there for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks in the summer. I had bunnies, like I learned how to drive on our ranch. So I've always grown up kind of the best of both worlds. And yeah, I am very grateful for how I was raised. I got to experience both sides of the spectrum. I had my dad's family and my mom's family, and you know, opposites sometimes attract. Another fact, my parents have been married for 30 years. They just hit 30 years. And they actually met in an elevator going to a buying appointment. My mom worked for Donna Karan, and my dad obviously worked for the family business. And my dad asked my mom to marry him the first day he met her. I know, that's so crazy. Very first day, he literally turned to her in the elevator and goes, "You're gonna be my wife one day." Obviously, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, ... Then she agreed to go to dinner, and he asked her at dinner. So she had never been to Canada in her life, and 30 years later, she had my brother and I, and has not left. So that's pretty special. Another fun fact is I actually grew up going to boarding school. My brother and I actually both did. My brother played semi-pro professional hockey throughout his whole life. He went to school in Minnesota to pursue his hockey career, and then I followed him out to Minnesota. We both went to a boarding school, and then he got drafted to play back in Vancouver with the Vancouver Giants, which is a WHL team. I'm talking hockey. And then I was so young. I was in grade 9. I was 13, and my parents were like, you know what? She's too young to be out in Minnesota alone. So I packed up and I went to a different boarding school, which was on Vancouver Island. So I was like a 2-hour ferry ride, 20-minute seaplane away from my family. So I grew up going to boarding school, and I loved it. It was one of those things where I had school on Saturday, which was crazy. I had school on Saturday. The one thing about me is I am not a quitter. I hate quitting on anything I do. I may take breaks sometimes on things I do, but I do not quit, okay? I just cannot get myself to quit. So when I found out my second boarding school had school on Saturday, I almost packed up my bags and went home, but I ended up embracing it. I ended up embracing the whole experience, and I became the class president, the grad president. So I put on our after party, I put on our grad, all that fun stuff. I did our sweaters. I mean, it was a lot of work, but it was very rewarding. And then after boarding school, I decided to go to school in the United States. Another fun fact is I was actually Miss Teenage British Columbia. So my senior year of high school, I decided I want to do a pageant, and I won my first pageant I ever competed in, and that was for the title of Miss Teen BC. Through that, I became the face and spokesperson for a huge anti-bullying texting phone number in Canada, and bullying was always super close to my heart. I was bullied pretty severely when I was in elementary school, and I was homeschooled for a year in 6th grade. When I got the title of Miss Teenage British Columbia, you know, I did a whole press tour. We hit up every TV station, radio, oh gosh, you can name it. In-person appearances. I was on floaties. I then went on to Miss Teenage Canada pageant, and I raised the most money in that pageant, but I did not win. I didn't even make it down to a finalist, and that's okay. It was a very humbling experience. I've only been in 2 pageants in my life, but it's a very cool. Every time I walk into my home, I go into my bedroom, my sash is there. So it's a very cool experience I got to live for the year. Another fun fact was I went to the University of Arizona. I wanted to get out and do my own thing. I went to the University of Arizona. My mom went to Arizona State, so it was always a house divided, but I then studied broadcast journalism. How cute is he? And I minored in fashion, so I very much stayed true to my roots and what I was passionate about. Now, my love for journalism started at a very young age. My grandfather, who passed away, my only grandparent that has passed away, is my mom's father, and he was my everything. He called me one day and goes, I think you're gonna be the next Savannah Guthrie. And I said I would have loved to be the next Savannah Guthrie. Now, when I was younger, I did child acting. I am shy, believe it or not, I am shy. And I always loved acting-ish. I was good at memorizing lines. I just didn't love, per se, like being someone else. I like to be me in front of a camera, and I've always loved the entertainment industry. I always knew I wanted to do something, so I was like, how could I be in the industry, be in front of a camera, but still be me? And I was like, wait, broadcast journalism. So I went to school at Arizona, studied broadcast journalism, studied the craft for 4 years, and then I minored in fashion. So during the summer I would take fashion classes because that's my blood. That's in my bloodline. My dream was always to move to LA. So my parents said, that's great. Oops. Oh no. Ball down, ball down. My other Netflix one. That's a shame. As I was saying, this is my Penelope ornament. My little in my sorority actually ended up getting me. Oh, hello, good morning, Penel. But she actually painted this. This looks exactly like Penelope, but she doesn't have the white hair. So cute. As I was saying, we're gonna raise her. You know what? We're gonna do this. Studied broadcast journalism, and my dream was always LA. My best friend Ashley was living here, so I would always come visit her. I was like, you know what? LA is where I wanna be. That's where I wanna pursue a career. I just knew my life would be in LA. Look at this cute little Tiffany candy cane they sent me one year. So cute. And so my parents said to me, that's amazing. We support you 100%, but you need a job. And I've always admired my parents. I really take pride in having a great work ethic, and that's all because of my parents. They said, you moved to LA, perfect. We're gonna support you, but you need a job. So obviously I'm in a very niche industry. So I was looking at my favorite on-camera correspondents, seeing where they started, and I reached out to my company I was with, Sweetie High, and I just hounded the founder. And you know, just the timing just wasn't right. Look at this one. Can you guys see what it says? Anyway, the timing just wasn't right, and I was like, I need to move to LA ASAP. So, moved to LA, got a job as an executive assistant. I worked my butt off. I became the executive assistant to a celebrity here in LA who I'm still very good friends with. Let's just say better off as friends than working together. And I lasted 2 months. But that being said, freshly moved to LA, freshly out of university, I was miserable. I was like, this isn't my dream. This isn't my passion. And I ended up getting an email. It just happens this way. You persist, and then maybe a month later, after emailing so many times, my former boss emailed me and goes, hi Sienna, have you moved to LA yet? So I did a couple interviews. Long story short, they brought me on as an intern, and then maybe a month later, I got the chance to have my first on-camera interview, and they trusted me wholeheartedly. Then COVID hit maybe like a year later, and I like fun ornaments if you guys haven't noticed, but COVID hit a year later, and I had moved back to Canada for 6 months, and they called me up and they said, we trust you, we're gonna run with just you, we'll get you a co-host in a couple months. 4 years went by, and it was just me going to every junket, award show, concert, Zoom interview. Keep in mind, I also booked all talent. I produced every show. It was a lot of work, but the fact that this network trusted me so much, and you know, I did so much for them. I got Julia Roberts, George Clooney, Jason Momoa, Ryan Reynolds, Chris Lane, Jelly Roll, Henry Winkler, Helen Mirren, Shania Twain. It's been a lot, and I'm so thankful, but I worked my booty off, and I got a lot of experience out of it. Then yeah, come this past April, I stepped away full time, and I've been freelancing for some very major networks. Another fun fact is, when I was little, I had an obsession with duckies. I would collect duckies, and if one of them was missing, I would know which specific one, and yeah, now I don't know where any of my duckies are. Yeah, I am working toward my dream, and you know, I do have to say, I get hit up a lot about, you know, advice, and I just say, honestly, the best advice I could give is, even if you're maybe not making money, but you're doing what you love and you're working hard at it, it will pay off. It will pay off. I'm in social media. I'm in an industry that's changing so rapidly that sometimes I have to take my own advice. Just know, if you manifest and if you work hard, and honestly, if you're a good person, good things will happen. And I keep telling myself that. It's been a journey my whole career, and yeah, what else to know about me? I love dogs. I have my dog Penelope here, but my family has a bunch of dogs, so going home, it's really therapeutic. Look at this one. Fa la la la, Nutella. How cute is my tree? I'll show you guys after. I am a Sagittarius. My birthday is November 23rd. I am 27 years old. I love a birthday party. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably see I do love a birthday party. I am single and very content. But if you do have a good candidate, but as right now, I'm very single, very content. My family is everything. I have some amazing friends, and yeah, I'm like, what am I missing? I love to travel. Like, I need a travel schedule to be happy, but my brother is my best friend, and I am so grateful he's my brother. He's my older brother, but I sometimes, like, I don't know if it's just girl things, but I protect him like he's my younger brother. I think Coachella, April, is like the best, happiest time. I just feel good, I look good, I love that time, and I think LA is my permanent home just for my career. year. My goal in life is to work for ET, Access, Extra, E-News. That's my goal at 27. Talk to me at 37, my goal will probably change, but I do know like doing social media in any realm and doing like my on-camera hosting is my dream. Some of the biggest award shows I've done the Golden Globes, I've done the Grammys, I've done the Critics' Choice Awards, I've done the Billboard Music Awards, I've done the American Music Awards, I've done the Country Music Awards, iHeartRadio, I've done Hunger Games carpets, I've done... So crazy. I'm like, let me think, one sec. Yeah, I've really done a lot where I'm very proud to say, and honestly, I'm very work focused. I love what I do. It's like I said, been my dream since I was 10. And yeah, I used to competitively ski and I was training one day and I broke my leg as I was training with my instructor, and my instructor didn't believe me and told my mom that I was lying. So my mom met me at the lodge. My instructor made me ski down on a broken leg, and my mom met me at the lodge and she was like, Sienna, we've put so much time and energy into making sure you have a good chance and career in skiing. She said I had crocodile tears, but turns out I very much had a broken leg. She took off my ski boot. My leg was like that big. Also, look at this. Most of my best friends in my life are childhood friends. What else? I'm human. I've made some mistakes. I'm learning. I'm figuring out my career. As much as I feel like I have it figured out, I also don't. So I'm learning new things about myself each and every day. I love to drive. I find happiness when I drive. And that's really it about me. Yeah. Oh, fun, weird fact about me is when I was little, I had a third tooth in the middle of my two front teeth. So I had to get that surgically removed. And I've had eye surgery, PRK. I used to be blinder than a bat. I can see perfectly now. That's really me in a nutshell. I'm very grateful for the life I've created, and yeah, and I'm grateful for you guys for watching. This YouTube experience has been really fun for me and very positive, and I've been loving it so much. But if you guys have any questions for me, anything else you want me to answer about myself, my career, anything, I'm basically an open book on here, and I just want you guys to get to know me. That's kind of why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, is because for so many years you knew Sienna Leone, on-camera host, but you only saw the back of my head, right? Like, I want people to know who's asking the questions. This is me. I'm just a little girl. That's an inside joke I have with my best friend. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna finish my tree and show you guys, but I think that's really it. I hit everything. I love Taylor Swift. That's someone, I've seen her at the Grammys. She walked right by me. I love her publicist, Tree Payne, but I've never interviewed her. I would love to. My favorite interview, Adam Sandler was amazing, iconic. George Clooney and Julia Roberts, amazing and iconic. I don't know, I've had some amazing ones. A Boogie with a Hoodie. It was such a big part of my life in university. A Boogie. Yeah, that's it from me. But thank you guys for listening to all my facts about me. I'm basically done. These are like the last 3 fun ones, and then I'm gonna decorate with some just little pink balls, and then gonna put my tree topper on. So let me go do that and I'll show you guys the final product. Okay, you guys, this is my tree. Like I said, I love fun decorations. It adds something to it. Penelope, Elton John, Fight Like a Girl. Here, I have some of my birthday gifts under the tree. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love telling you guys a little bit more about me. Leave me some comments if there's anything you want me to answer that I didn't answer. But for now, happy holidays. We'll see you later.